up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, the Lewandowski saga continues. Barcelona have reached an agreement with him on personal terms for a 3-year contract and also have a bid on the table for Bayern Munich. But Bayern Munich have set 2 conditions to sell Lewandowski this summer. Another player who have reached agreement on personal terms with is, of course, Raphinha, and Barcelona plan to start accelerating his deal by negotiating with Leeds United in the coming days and hopefully end up signing him this summer. And for Marcos Alonso, the club is very close to reaching an agreement with him on personal terms and will now have a meeting with Chelsea in the upcoming days as well to ask for the evaluation of both Alonso and also Azpilicueta. But of course, with all these players coming in, players will have to leave this club this summer. We do have an up-down for Ferran Jutgla and Collado's future, and also on the future of Frenkie de Jong, which of course does depend on the CBC, Barca Studio, and BLM operations, with PSG and Manchester United waiting in the background for him. And lastly, a contract renewal update on Ousmane Dembele. Not looking too good. There is a 95% chance that he will leave Barcelona as a free agent this summer, and most likely will join Kylian Mbappe at Paris Saint-Germain. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. So the first player that we have been linked with is, of course, the #1 target for the summer, Robert Lewandowski. Firstly, coming in from Sky Germany, more specifically Plettigol, who is very, very reliable. He's come out saying that Bayern Munich have received an offer from Barcelona for Lewandowski worth 30 million euros plus 5 million euros in variables, and Bayern Munich are yet to respond to this offer. And also, Xavi has had 2 conversations with Lewandowski and also told him that he is the wanted number 9. Of course, Romano confirmed this a few days ago, saying that on Zoom or Skype or whatever it was, that Lewandowski and Xavi have had more than 2 conversations about his future and how Xavi desperately wants him as the number 9 for Barcelona next season. Sport 1 in Germany have also come out saying that Lewandowski has told his representatives to do everything possible to sign for Barcelona this summer, but of course there will be some complications. Gerard the Mayor has even come out saying the relationship between Barcelona and Bayern Munich has become bad. They are angry because everything about Lewandowski has been leaked. So right now the relationship between Barcelona and Bayern Munich is not so good, and that's why of course this deal without a doubt will take a long time. It is not imminent, like a week or so. This could be over the next few weeks for this deal to happen. And Fabrizio Romano has also come out saying that Lewandowski is clear that he wants to join Barcelona, and now it's up to Bayern Munich and Barcelona to find an agreement. And there's nothing serious with the Real Madrid rumors for Lewandowski currently. Now there are reports coming out saying that Real Madrid have entered the race for Lewandowski and made him an offer as well. Look, Real Madrid have Benzema. Where the hell is Lewandowski going to fit? Unless they switch the formation to a 4-4-2 and have 2 strikers, then you're benching Vinicius. It makes no sense. But of course, we're going to hear this every time Barcelona are linked with a top player. They always chucking Real Madrid in there as well, so this doesn't have a concern for me whatsoever. Now, Juan Martí and Mateo Morito have also come out saying that Lewandowski only wants to play for Barcelona this summer. Between Barcelona and the player, everything is agreed. Lewandowski knows that he has to be patient and wait for Bayern Munich to find a replacement for him. Again, more confirmation on personal terms for Barcelona and Lewandowski. It's done. So once this bid from Barcelona for Bayern Munich for Lewandowski gets accepted, the deal is completed. There's no personal term negotiations, nothing like that. All that stuff has been agreed. And lastly, Plettigol again from Sky Germany has come out saying that Bayern Munich will allow Robert Lewandowski to leave if they can sign some striker from Stuttgart, I cannot pronounce his name, plus another player, for example, like Sadio Mane. There is a verbal agreement between Barcelona and Lewandowski over a 3-year contract, and his demands are not a problem for Barcelona. So again, between Barcelona and Lewandowski, total agreement, no problem whatsoever. It's all now on Bayern Munich, and they have set 2 conditions. Number 1, the offer for Lewandowski is good, 40 million plus apparently, and number 2, they sign a replacement, whether it's a Croatian striker, whether it's Sadio Mane, another big player who's out of contract next summer. They want to sign a replacement first before they go with Lewandowski, and apparently Lewandowski understands that. So now it's a waiting game. It's all up to Bayern Munich. They just announced Mazzawari yesterday. They want to sign Gravenberch as well, and then after that, they will go for a new striker. Of course, currently they also have Choupo-Moting, so they want to bring in someone else that can take over Lewandowski for preseason, all that sort of stuff. stuff. So now it's a waiting game. Again, Barcelona Lewandowski, full agreement. The ball is now in Bayern Munich's court. Now, another player who has also agreed personal terms with Barcelona and the club want to sign him as soon as possible alongside Lewandowski is Raphinha, the Brazilian winger from Leeds United. And Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are accelerating the negotiations with Leeds United for Raphinha. Club sources assure that he will play for Barcelona next season. Leeds want 40 million euros, including players, is possible, and of course, personal terms have been agreed. And finally, Sport have come out saying that Raphinha has asked Leeds United to transfer him to Barcelona. He is now pushing for the move. Barcelona want to close the Brazilian signing ASAP and will begin negotiations with Leeds United very, very soon. And again, 5-year contract already agreed with Barcelona. So 2 similar reports from 2 different journalists. For me, the question is, how much is it going to cost now? Of course, 25 million euro release clause out the door now. Leeds want around 40. I think what Barcelona will do is offer 30 and chuck in a player as well, whether it's Mingueza or Trincao, the 2 main players that Leeds United want. Personally, I'd offer maybe 10, 15 million and chuck both of them in there, to be honest. Get rid of them both, move on from them, and of course, get a player in return as well. But we'll see. Again, the negotiations will not be easy. Leeds, of course, their best player is Raphinha. I was speaking to a Leeds fan as well. Apparently, he said that Raphinha is the best player they've had in over 10 years. So we'll wait and see. It's going to be difficult, no doubt about that. But Barcelona do have an advantage, and that is the player Raphinha wants to join the club this summer. Now, a player who Barcelona are on the verge of reaching an agreement on personal terms with is Marcos Alonso. Of course, Raphinha and Lewandowski are done, and Alonso is very, very close. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Marcos Alonso wants to join Barcelona. Yes or yes. Xavi wants him as well. He is the priority for the left back position. And also Marcos Alonso's agent has traveled to London to meet with Chelsea and unravel his future. The player is clear that he wants to join Barcelona and Xavi wants him as well. They hope Chelsea will accept a low offer. That's the key there. Chelsea will accept, hopefully, a low fee. And currently, as of this current moment, Javi Galan is plan B. It sucks that the plan B is better than plan A, but nonetheless, at least we're signing a left back. Of course, we don't have a left back now for almost 2 years. Firpo was in and out, barely played. Of course, Luca Dini was barely in and out as well. Juan Miranda. This will be the first actual left back that's actually decent that we've had in a while. And also, Moises Molorens from ESPN has come out back in the statement from Mundo Deportivo, saying that Marcos Alonso's agent Fahil Ramadani is in London to meet with Chelsea and discuss his future. Without a doubt, currently, he is Barcelona's objective for the left back position. And finally, Matt Law, who is of course based in the UK, he is the #1 journalist around Chelsea, and he's come out saying that Thomas Tuchel, the Chelsea manager, will allow Marcos Alonso to leave for Chelsea if the valuation for him is matched. For Cesar Azpilicueta, his future remains uncertain. The big question is right now, everyone's asking it, Chelsea fans, Barcelona fans, the Barcelona board, what is Alonso's evaluation? Rumoredly right now, it's around 11 million euros. Ain't no way we're paying double digits for Marcos Alonso. If we pay double digits, I will be fuming. Ronaldo's available for double digits. I'd rather go for him. Javi Galan's available for that as well. There shouldn't be a scenario where Barcelona are paying over 9 million euros for Alonso when there's other young Spanish left backs available for the same price. The reason why we're going for Alonso is because he's cheaper, more experienced. I understand that. If we're paying over double digits, I will be fuming. The same goes for Azpilicueta in my opinion as well. I don't mind them joining Barcelona. I kind of, grown on it now. But again, they both had to come in for less than 10 million euros in my opinion. And now we wait and see. Ramon has just come out saying that Barcelona and Alonso are very close to reaching an agreement on personal terms, and now it comes down to Chelsea's price tag. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, the main candidate who will bring the most money in Barcelona in terms of sales, it is Frenkie de Jong. Now, firstly, Foot Mercado have come out saying that now Paris Saint-Germain has joined the race to sign Frenkie de Jong alongside Manchester United and Manchester City as well. But Cesar have come out saying that sources close to Frenkie de Jong are clear that he only wants to stay at Barcelona this summer. This was also the indication by the words on his Instagram post. Now, Frenkie de Jong posted on Instagram, "Sorry about the crap season. We're going to come back stronger next season. Always a proud culé." So take that as you will. I think that's it. Everyone came out saying that pretty much. Jordi Alba came out, Busquets, even Memphis Depay as well. But he put that last extra sentence in there. proud to be a culé. Take that as you will. Again, it's all going to depend for me on the CBC, Barca Studios, BLM. If we sign those operations, I think Frenkie de Jong will stay. If we do not, I think Frenkie de Jong is going to be sold. I think those deals are so crucial to the future of this club and also for the summer signings and budgets and salaries and all that sort of stuff. It rides on the board. Joan Laporta, Mateo Aliman, Rafael Uste, Jordi Cruyff. They have to get that deal done. CBC, Barca Studios, BLM is the only thing that can save Frenkie de Jong. If those deals are not signed, I can guarantee you that Frenkie de Jong will be sold before June the 30th. If, of course, we cannot get those deals signed. Now, you might be wondering, if we do sell to Frenkie de Jong, how much is it going to be worth? Numbers are flying all over the place. Every day, the money increases. Firstly, Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona value Frenkie de Jong at a minimum of 80 million euros. And then as I'm recording this video, Javi Miguel, who of course very close to Xavi, just came out saying that Barcelona will not accept an offer lower than 100 million euros for Frenkie de Jong. Look, if it comes down to it, if those agreements are not signed, CBC, Barca Studios, BLM, I think the club would accept an offer of around 70-75. I think anything under 70 will not be accepted. All these numbers, I'm hearing 80. I think Romano came out saying 85. Javi Miguel's now coming out saying 100. All numbers are different, but for me, I think the bare minimum for Barcelona is 70, which of course is what we paid for him. We paid 75, so you're taking, a 5 million euro loss. But again, it all depends on those financial operations. The question is, can the Barcelona board get it done? If they can, Frenkie de Jong will stay. If not, Frenkie de Jong will leave. Now, another Dutch player who could be leaving Barcelona this summer is, of course, Memphis Depay, but his situation is very different from Frenkie de Jong's situation. Sport have come out saying that Memphis Depay's future at Barcelona will be conditioned by new signings, especially that of Robert Lewandowski. Barcelona currently would accept an offer of around 20 million euros to sell Memphis this summer. Arsenal are one of the clubs who are interested. Couple of things. Number one, for me, it has to be 30. I think 20 is dirt cheap for Memphis for his quality, and of course, he has 1 year left on his contract. I understand that, but I think 30 you can easily get for him, or 20 plus variables on top of that. Secondly, I think Memphis Depay has a good chance of staying at Barcelona. For me, the big question is, where does Xavi see him? Does he see him as a striker or as a winger? In my opinion, in the 4-3-3 system of Xavi, he's much better as a winger, as a striker. Sell him, no worries whatsoever. I do not care if you're planning on playing him as a striker. I understand that. But in the winger position, I think Memphis Depay has a good chance of staying, especially with Ousmane Dembele set to leave Barcelona this summer. You bring in Raphinha, and then you have Raphinha and Ferran Torres for the right wing position, and then you have Ansu Fati and Memphis for the left wing position, Aubameyang and Lewandowski for the striker. Keep in mind that Ansu Fati, whether you like to say it or not, is injury prone. He is injury prone. He gets injured. He gets one big injury a season. You have to have a good cover for him. And for me, Memphis Depay is not a bad cover for him. And also, we want to spend our money elsewhere. Collado, Lewandowski, Raphinha, fullback. So left wing, I don't mind if Memphis stays there. But again, it does depend on where the club see him in the 4-3-3 formation as a striker or as a winger. And also, if an offer comes in. So we'll wait and see. There are a lot of factors that could decide Memphis Depay's future at Barcelona. But again, like Frenkie de Jong, it is very uncertain. Now, a player who could be sold by the club this summer, probably in the imminent future as well, is Ferran Jutgla. Sport have come out saying that Ferran Jutgla is one step away from leaving Barcelona this summer. The club expects to receive an offer of around 5 million euros. Now, they go on to say in this report that, of course, he has 1 year left on his contract. They don't think he's, right for the first team right now. They rather sell him right now than buy him back in the future if he becomes good. To be honest, I'm not against this deal. I know a lot of you guys are a fan of Ferran Jutgla. You think he should be in the first team as well behind Aubameyang, but let's be honest. He came in, he helped us in that, November, January, February time. I appreciate that, but we all know he's not that Barcelona quality. I think Abdi is way ahead of him in terms of technique, in terms of that chance to make it into the first team. So wait and see. It's only coming in from one outlet right now, but again, it does look like that Barcelona will be selling Jutgla this summer. Now, a player's future that will be decided after the preseason in July is the future of Alex Collado, and Gabriel Sanz and Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Alex Collado currently is expected to do the preseason with Barcelona for the first team, but a transfer for a good offer is not ruled out. He wants to stay and has a contract until next summer, June 2023, and several clubs from Germany and Italy, including Eintracht Frankfurt, are interested in Collado. Now, do remember what I told you guys a few months ago? Gerard Romero came out saying that Barcelona are planning on extending his contract by one season until June 2024, so keep an eye out for that. But again, it again depends on Memphis. There's so many factors for Collado as well. I do think he has a chance though to be in the first team next season. It does depend on two things: Memphis's future, Dembele's future, and also Trincao and how well he does in preseason as well. So 4 key factors in my opinion for Collado's future at Barcelona. He does have a chance. It is very slim. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Collado. Right now it's too early to predict what will happen with his future at Barcelona, but currently it is in his own hands. He has to do very well in preseason as well, and also other factors have to go his way for him to be in the first team next season. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is to give you guys some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, a contract renewal update on Dani Alves. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona are planning to offer Dani Alves a special 6-month contract extension, which can be further extended depending on his performances during that first 6 months. His future also depends on the right back signings and also the right backs being sold, i.e. Azpilicueta and Des. Xavi is happy with Dani Alves' contribution in the squad on and off the pitch as well. I think this will be happening, of course, even if we do sign Azpilicueta and keep Des. You can have Dani Alves for 6 months after the World Cup. He'll bounce no problem. Of course, during that time, in those few months, his minutes may be limited, which of course will have a chance of hindering his participation in the Brazil World Cup as well. But he has a good relationship with the coach. I think no matter what, he will be selected as long as he's playing at the top level in Europe. So we'll wait and see with Dani Alves. I think in the end, Barcelona will offer him this 6-month contract extension with a plus 6 months as well to continue for the rest of next season. But again, his renewals will depend on right backs being signed and being sold as well. And the final contract renewal update is of course on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. First coming in from RMC Sport from France, they've come out saying that Paris Saint-Germain will start working on transfers soon. They want to build a team around Kylian Mbappe and want to sign more French players as well. Ousmane Dembele in particular is a top target for Paris. Of course, as we all expected, the new sporting director Kylian Mbappe wants to sign Ousmane Dembele on a free transfer this summer. Now, Sport have come out saying that Ousmane Dembele is 1.5 feet outside of Barcelona, and except for a miracle, he will leave the club this summer. There will be a meeting this week, but it's not expected to be very fruitful. Barcelona's offer and what Dembele entourage wants are very distant at the moment. Now, of course, we did play today in Sydney. I think the contract renewal talks will happen when he comes back to Barcelona after that trip. So we're looking at maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But at the end of this weekend, though, I do expect an answer on Ousmane Dembele. Now, finally, Mundo Deportivo came out with an executive report from Fernando Polo about Ousmane Dembele, and he came out saying that Barcelona have almost given up on Ousmane Dembele's renewal. They consider him 95% gone. The final meeting will be happening this week. The addition between the two parties right now is absolutely huge, and PSG seems to be the most likely destination for him if he does not renew his contract with Barcelona. The dressing room believes that Ousmane Dembele does not control his situation and that his agent Moussa Sissoko controls everything. The player maintains his desire to stay at Barcelona, but will also only do what his agent wants. We all know that nowadays agents have a lot of power on their clients. We've seen that a lot with Erling Haaland, Ibrahimovic, all these other Minraiola clients in the past, and also Jorge Mendes clients as well. But my God, all we're hearing is that Dembele wants to stay. He cut his wages. He wants to stay. He's happy with Aubameyang and Xavi, all this stuff. But then you have his agent Moussa Sissoko asking for a 20 million sign-on bonus for himself and for Dembele as well. So 40 million commission in total. So it's either you renew Dembele or you sign Raphina. I think that's pretty much where Barcelona are at right now. Of course, value for money, Raphina is better because you bring him on a transfer fee and then he'll be on lower wages. But for Dembele, you're giving him 40 million euros. There's no value for money in that state because you buy an asset like Raphina, you can sell him for more, for like 60 or sell him for 20. But once you give Dembele the 40 million euros, it's absolutely gone. So that's where we're currently at. I highly doubt this will be happening. Now, over the past few weeks, we actually ended up saving some money on Ousmane Dembele's contract because Fernando Polo also came out saying that Ousmane Dembele not starting in the last 2 games in La Liga against Getafe and Villarreal saved 1.5 million euros for Barcelona. If he had played more than 45 minutes in any of those games, Barcelona had to pay the amount to Dembele as it was his 150th match for the club, one last bonus in his contract. So shout out to Xavi for not starting him in either of those matches. If we did start him, we had to pay that extra 1.5 million euro on his bonus in his current contract. So I think he's gone, and I think it sucks because I think having him, Raphinha, Ferran, and Ansu on those wings would be so perfect for Barcelona, but it's only his agent. If this is just Dembele and the club, he would have signed his renewal back, I think, in November, December time, but it's his agent asking for that renewal bonus. Again, there is going to be one last meeting where the club are going to sit down and say, look, yes or no, right now, today, what's going to happen? Yes, we'll sign it, boom, boom, boom. No, we're not signing it, okay, shake the hand, adios, amigo. So we'll see. It's not looking likely. It's not looking optimistic, pessimistic, whatever you want to say right now. 95% chance Ousmane Dembele leaves, but of course, there is a 5% chance that he could end up staying. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know, firstly, about Lewandowski, how long do you think his saga will take? 1 week, 2 weeks, or maybe even the next month. Secondly, on the Raphina operation, how much would you pay? What players would you include in that operation to make the transfer fee lowered? Thirdly, on Alonso, what's your maximum price that you would pay for him? And finally, on the future of both Frenkie de Jong and Ousmane Dembele. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.